What does academic integrity mean to me? Firstly, what is integrity? Integrity means being honest or truthful to yourself when no one is watching. It means staying truthful to yourself and having strong moral principles. So when we talk about academic integrity, we refer to being honest or truthful to yourself in academia or in the world of teaching, learning, research, and education. So simply put, academic integrity means being honest and truthful in my schoolwork and academic journey. Whether it is through research, writing an essay, or doing a project, I must be honest enough to myself in the work that I do and give credit where it's due, whilst holding strong moral principles.
If you think about the word integrity, you think about honesty and doing the right thing when no one is watching. Having a good enough moral compass to navigate truthfully in any decision in life. So if you ask me about academic integrity, I understand it as ensuring that any academic work produced is done honestly and responsibly. When I say honestly and responsibly, I basically mean that the academic work that I produce must be of great authenticity, in the sense that it must be cited well. So for example, Divine Word University uses the APA 7th edition to cite work. So cited well meaning that not to use the 6th, the 5th edition, but the 7th, or not any other citing method. And it must not be copied and pasted as well, using someone else's work and not acknowledging the author. It does not only apply to us students, it applies to researchers, the lecturers, and anyone else who wishes to produce any work academically.
How important is it to uphold integrity in your work? Upholding integrity in one's work is very, very important. Say you were tasked to write an essay on the history of our constitution or an essay on the health system of Papua New Guinea, and you wrote a well-written essay without referencing or acknowledging the sources from which you got your information from. This implies that all that was your own idea. You are not being honest nor truthful to yourself and others. This becomes plagiarism, and not only is it against academic policies, but it is also an academic crime. Upholding integrity in your work not only promotes authenticity, but acknowledges the works of others. Hence, it is very important.
Very, very important actually. Ask me why, and I will tell you that I simply do not enjoy taking credit for someone else's hard work. They may have put in so much effort and dedicated their entire lives to their academic work, and here I am trying to just benefit off of that. It simply isn't right. At first, I did not understand the whole dynamic and the importance. Then I came to Divine Word University, where the institution taught me how to properly cite my work. At first, I did it because I didn't want to be marked down. But then over the years, I realized that it's actually very important to uphold this concept and value it as an individual.
Share a bit about academic policies in DW that guide you in your studies. There are several academic policies in DW, such as the assessment policy, the special consideration policy, plagiarism integrity policy, and many others. As a student, it is important to be aware of these policies. These policies are meant to guide students, lecturers, and tutors. During my studies, these policies not only guided me, but also gave me chances to apply and appeal, special consideration, correct my marks, and kept me in line. Overall, academic policies are here to guide you in your academic journey.
Examinations in university can be quite intimidating. One of the academic policies that aid my study is the examination policy. Under Section 3.1.2, Conduct of Examinations, it talks about how all exams should be offered using the Safe Exam browser. I say this because this eliminates all the possibilities of cheating. You can't exit the Safe Exam browser when you sit for the exam online, and this encourages students to study well for the exams. Not to say that I would cheat, but this part of the policy increases my morals and sort of forces me to do well or study well, because it is basically a do or die situation. It also eliminates the possibility of a free rider getting good grades. What I mean is that I do not have to worry about others cheating to get good grades, and this is because we're all here working hard to get the grades that we deserve. I'm not sure if you get what I mean, but that's as far as I could explain.
Why is it necessary to acknowledge sources in your work? Acknowledging sources in your work is very important. It is simply the right thing to do. It is important to acknowledge where you got your information from and to acknowledge the hard works of others. Acknowledging sources or referencing promotes integrity, which means you being honest and truthful to others and yourself.
First and foremost, it is an intellectual and academic crime to not acknowledge sources or not acknowledge someone else's hard work, as I mentioned. Now, you and I both know that as plagiarism. It is condemned and rightfully so. As I mentioned earlier, it is someone's hard work, and it will be selfish of me not to properly source what I have written that is theirs actually. When I say academic crime, I do not just mean it is morally wrong. It is also illegal, and you could find yourself entangled in a lawsuit that you could not afford. Best thing to do is be grateful for the information gathered and source it as required, according to the method that your institution uses.